card happens to be safe because apparently BILT might actually be canceling some card holders right now. Apparently, they are putting out some messages out there stating that they are going to cancel some card holders, but only if you are a select few. So, this is in response to an article that was shared in the Venture Capital Discord this morning by Barry. So, shout out to you, which was a Danny the Deal Guru article here talking about the original BILT MasterCard is shutting down, must apply for the Wells Fargo card. So, let's dig into it a little bit. So the original BILT MasterCard is shutting down, right? That's the article here. And essentially what they're stating here is that, they launched this card back in 2021. They partnered with Wells Fargo, but it was originally issued by a bank called Evolve. And I don't believe it actually says it right here, but they're actually notifying in some emails that original card holders that the card is going to be shut down at the end of the year. It's not giving them the option to convert Wells Fargo version. Instead, those original card holders will have to apply again for the BILT MasterCard issued by Wells Fargo. And like I said, a couple of years ago when they first issued the BILT card, actually Calby namely is one of the people that I know have this. It was issued by Evolve Bank, and you kind of know Evolve Bank has also had some ties to the issues with Yada recently having this whole lockdowns and whatnot. So Synapse and Evolve. So there's a lot of issues with Evolve Bank apparently. And I guess this is the final severance, the final cutting the tie, cutting the cord, so to speak. And this is the message that a lot of people are getting on their emails, which is on 12/31/2024, so December 31st coming up, BILT will be retiring your original beta BILT MasterCard, ones that were issued by Evolve Bank. Apply and get approved for the BILT World Elite MasterCard issued by Wells Fargo to continue earning. And for those people, or nice. And also for those people, I guess that they are canceling the card, they're giving them this option to apply for it, get another hard pull in their account most likely, but you get 10,000 bonus points when you apply before the end of August. It's just pretty cool. So if you guys are wondering exactly like, oh, how do I know if I have a Wells Fargo issued BILT MasterCard or do we have an Evolve Bank issued MasterCard? Okay, so the best way to tell is take your said BILT MasterCard, look at the back of it, and I'll try to show it here. You can actually see right at the bottom. I don't know if the quality is good enough, but you could see this card is issued by Wells Fargo. Okay, that's how you know. And if you want to see an actual example of what it'll look like if you have an older card, which is one, maybe you got it a couple of years ago, it'll look like this, issued by Evolve Bank. Right? Did I pull that on the screen? Yes. Issued by Evolve Bank, pursuant to license for blah, 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 blah. So this is what some people's card holders look like. So if this is the case, then yes, your card will unfortunately be canceled, which definitely sucks. Definitely something that nobody likes to hear because, well, that means that hard pull that you took a couple of years ago, not necessarily in vain because you got to use the card, you got to experience it over the years, but you're having to reapply for the card, which more than likely means you have to do another hard pull to acquire the card. But at least they're making it somewhat right by offering a 10,000 point welcome offer, which I think is very, very cool nonetheless. So definitely something to think about. And I guess a lot of people, I actually saw some people in the Discord, they were wondering like, okay, if this happens and they cancel my BILT card, right? Like the BILT card no more, am I going to lose all my points? And the answer to that is obviously I don't know 100%, but more than likely like 99%, pretty much 100%, your points are fine because you can earn points via just the BILT program, and then you can have the card associated as well with the account. But you don't need a BILT card to have a BILT account to start earning points on like rent free and all these different things, points quests and what have you. So yes, I believe the points are fine. There's going to be no issues with that whatsoever. But the main thing is just, okay, you have an Evolve Bank BILT MasterCard. That's going to be closed on December 31st. You're going to have to either do nothing and you could just have a canceled card or reapply for, a BILT MasterCard under Wells Fargo and get the new welcome offer before it said August 31st. So that's the news. That's the idea. And I wanted to get this out there quicker than it would take to make a video just because, well, I think people might be worried. They're like, oh my God, because now there's one article, so there's going to be more articles and more people talking about it if it's all true. And people will be like, oh no, is my card going to be canceled? It's going to be canceled. So just so you guys know the difference between Evolve Bank and being issued by Wells Fargo. Pretty much if you've gotten it in the last, I would say even 2 years, maybe 1.5 years, you're good. But check the back of your card, make sure it's issued by Wells Fargo. And then otherwise, if it was issued by the other bank, you probably already have an email stating all of this. So I just want to make sure so nobody freaked out, because I do that from time to time. So let me just see what everyone's saying here. What do you guys think so far? Xavier, thank you for the super chat, man. Random midday live. Yeah, man. If some things drop and I'm like excited or interested in it, hell yeah, might as well. So thank you for that super chat, man. I appreciate you and for being here so early. What do we see here? What do we see here? And Xavier says, Bilt wants them to apply on their wills so they get that kickback. Yeah, for real, right? For real. They're like, why are we revenue sharing with the Wall Bank? Why are we doing all this? We want to get some money if it's totally issued, right? Oh, Jed, are we really write it out? Yes. This is live. This is live. Oh my god, notification gang. What's up, lazy? Let's see what's popping. Dex, Chad, I spent like 200 non-rent every month. Am I cooked? Well, I don't think it has anything to do with the amount that you're spending. But I think you're fine. I don't know. I think you're fine. What else do you have? Zero cool, living the dream. Hell yeah. Am I live during the week? Am I drunk or am I in a different dimension? Yeah, man. Listen, you got to make hay while the sun shines in all facets, right? What did MR said? Also, that had reminded me. Join AARP. I've belonged for 20 years. No age limits. It's worth it for sure. Yeah, I know. We love that there's no longer age limits on AARP. Lazy says, I think too many people started calling MasterCard World Elite Concierge and started costing the bank too much. Honestly, for those of you who are unaware, the BILT MasterCard also is happens to be a World Elite MasterCard, and me and Calby have been going crazy with MasterCard World Elite. Basically, they do everything you want in the world, from travel itineraries for, things to do on a trip, where to go. They could even book out like months-long vacations, they told me. Like if you want to go to this country and this country, they'll figure out the flight, the hotels, itineraries to do it all of them. So it's everything. They can do absolutely everything. Matter of fact, I'm actually testing out a MasterCard luxury hotel program very, very soon in Savannah, and it's going to be in Andaz out in Savannah, Georgia. So that'll be fun to see how it stacks up with FHR. But hey, man, MasterCard's pretty cool. And BILT wants that extra $200 from Wells Fargo, right? Mika says, I missed the beginning. What is happening to my BILT? So basically, if you check the back of your card, check the bottom of it, it'll either say you have a BILT MasterCard issued by Wells Fargo, or it'll say issued by Evolve Bank. If it is issued by Evolve Bank, that is the one that they are going to be closing, which I'll throw back on the screen just for the hell of it. But people are getting these messages on their emails for the original beta version of the BILT MasterCard, which is technically what Calvi has, and I'm not sure who else. So they're asking you to, they're going to close this card, and they're asking you to reapply for the exact same card, the BILT MasterCard, but this time it's going to be issued by Wells Fargo directly. And if for those people who are affected for doing so, limited time offer, get 10,000 bonus BILT points when you apply before 8/31/2024. Now, I don't know if this is actually just if there's a spend requirement or you just get it. I'm hoping that you just get it. So that would be very, very cool. But this is a Danny the deal guru scoop. So again, I don't know how reliable some of these things are. I'm guessing it's true when people are getting these messages, but just to put it out there so people aren't freaked out, like, oh no, everything's going to be canceled. What am I supposed to do? Like, hold on a second. It's probably very few of you have gotten the BILT card like 2 years ago. I think most of us got it within the last couple of years, I would say. I got mine maybe about a year ago at this time. Llama says, tuning in from my desk on my lunch break. Great timing going live. Hell yeah, Llama, let's go. Let's do it. Let me get a bite of that sandwich. I'm just kidding. Richie says, the God trifecta of MasterCard travel. Anthony Calvi ruined everything. Apparently so. There's like so many different things that we've ruined. The Waldorf, Waldorf went bankrupt after we stayed there. We got too much value. Lazy says, does MasterCard has next to their luxury hotel collection also a cheaper hotel collection like the hotel? So no, basically the MasterCard, I wish I could actually bring it up to show everybody, but I actually can't bring it up on here for whatever reason. I would need to do it from my phone, but basically it's a huge list of properties, much like you would see with American Express's Fine Hotels or Hotel Collection. It's not a separate list, so it's just all one list. of hotels that you can book from or choose from, and the ones that are actually in the luxury hotel program will have like a green thing at the top, and it'll say like, oh, it's part of the luxury program, and then in that it'll say, oh, you get the $100 credit, the daily breakfast for two, and then below that there'll be properties that aren't in the program, but you could still book through them. I guess the only thing to note, well, I guess it's the same for pretty much any of these systems, but you have to pay with a MasterCard. Much like FHR Hotel Collection, if you're booking through Amex, you got to pay with an Amex card. But any MasterCard will do. So like BILT, I figured is good because you could just pay at the hotel, and like a stay I have coming up, I'll end up checking out on the first, and I could use the BILT cards as the MasterCard to pay at checkout. So I'll get literally BILT rent day for that hotel, which will be 4x points for travel. So that's not bad. And they probably already searching for new people to work in the office of MasterCard. Travel to fight back the number of people calling and can't afford BILT no more because of that. It's so funny. You say that. And so now I have a couple of things to share. So one thing is, I don't know if anybody else knew, but so I made the video on MasterCard, the Concierge, after me and Calby did like the main one, and there was the one of the ladies on the phone. I'm actually forgetting her name now, but apparently her daughter commented on that video and was like, "Oh, my mom is so thankful. That video got passed around the office or something." And she was like, "Oh, thankful," or whatever, because everyone had some kind things to say. So it was pretty crazy that we infiltrated the MasterCard office with that one video. And I asked to see if her mom would be on the channel, and I guess she said she would have to ask her and get clearance from MasterCard themselves. So we'll see if that pans out. I don't think it will, but that would be pretty cool. And then Calby also got some direct contact with MasterCard as well, with some of the people that he included in his videos. They were like, "Thank you so much for saying the nice things about us," and it's pretty cool. So MasterCard, man, they're starting to recognize. Starting to recognize it, man. They should be paying us because they have never had this amount of they have never had this amount of influx of people. I guarantee it. No one talks about MasterCard. Now all of a sudden everybody's calling them. So they should be paying us. AA round. Never thought I'd be on a morning live stream, LOL. Pacific Standard Time for me too. Wow. Just getting up in the morning, crack of dawn, and now I'm yawning at 9:30 a.m. Not bad, AA Ron. Not bad. I'm glad to be the thing you see when you first wake up. And the last thought you have when you go to bed. I'm just kidding. Xavier, you gave that department some job security. That's right. They were like, "All right, boys, we're gonna have to pack this up, grab your get your stuff and leave." And they're like, "Oh no, wait a second, what's going on? We're getting calls. What's going on here?" And I know it's definitely true because I remember when I called MasterCard to get some additional info, because they have the MasterCard World Elite cards have something called Dragon Pass. It's essentially the footprint that of a Priority Pass or a bit less. A lot of them, from what I understood, are pretty prominent in China, from what I heard. Some people in the Discord mentioned. But you have to pay $30 to get in. You're basically not really getting much with that. But I remember asking about Dragon Pass, and it's like you can't find that anywhere. You have to really dig deep to find even that exists on a BILT MasterCard. Sorry, on just a MasterCard World Elite. And then the guy on the phone was like, "Oh, we actually just had someone call yesterday about that." I was like, "Which one of you was that?" No one else in the world would know that other than us. So I know for a fact that they definitely get more people. It's Lazy says, "Damn, that's crazy. Reminded me of that Amex Concierge dude back then when who was on Reddit sharing his inside experience stories. Would be cool to see if MasterCard Concierge is also the same." I tried to get some stuff. I think I left it out of the video. I can't remember. I was like, it's probably not worth it. But I remember talking to the World Elite people, and I asked them, "What's like the craziest request you got so far?" And so far, the craziest one I heard was two things. I guess one was someone wanted like 4 months of excursions fully booked out. Like I said, the plane, the hotels, the things to do for like a 4-month trip. And they did that, but they didn't seem like that was anything crazy. The only thing the one said that was like a little interesting was they said a guy called and he wanted to get a massage for his mom who is in like Bali or something, like so one of those country. I'm not really sure where, but I think it might have been in Bali or something. And they were like, he called up and he was like, "Can you just figure out a way to get her a massage?" And apparently they did. Apparently they were like, "Oh, it's a little interesting, but it's endearing, I guess." And they made that happen. So I literally had them on the phone, quote, like, "There is nothing too big for us. We can handle anything." They were like, if it's tangible, if you can touch it, if we can find it, we can get it for you. And it's pretty cool. Actually, I think I could say this because Calby is not going to put this anywhere, but he called MasterCard World Elite because he wanted to get, I think it was like specific chocolates from a hotel that he stayed at for like, I think it was Amex FHR. And he was like, "Can you get those specific chocolates and give it to, I guess, my wife or whoever?" And they actually tried. Like, apparently they ended up talking to them directly, and they found out like it's only made in house at that particular hotel, and they don't sell it, unfortunately. But otherwise, if they were able to do that, they were gonna make that happen. So I I'm having a lot of fun just learning about them and what they can do. But I know for sure there's a little bit of, I know there's a little bit of constraints there. If there's a lot of people calling, they better start hiring, because we're not going to stop, right? And more sounds like a happy ending story. Yes, massages are great. It's ridiculous. Sunmaster, I have Dragon Pass. It was pretty nice for me until Escape Lounges joined Party Pass Network. Now I don't know how useful it'll be. Oh, really? So you have Dragon Pass. How did you get that? Are you just using it via your World Elite and just paying like $30 every single time? Or do you have that in some other way? That's interesting, but good to know. Clairvoyant says, "I'm a bit late. Who is BILT shutting down? Basically, anybody who has a BILT MasterCard that was issued by Evolve Bank from a couple of years ago. So that is, which makes sense. It just makes sense. So all the cards that are issued by Wells Fargo are going to be fine going forward. Of course, again, I always put the caveat because articles like this, I come from like a lot of in the stock world, and articles come out very quickly, and then later they're found unfounded. But reading this article, I was like, let me just make sure people aren't freaking out or anything like this as the news kind of comes out, because it's if you don't know, you wouldn't really know. Especially like all the other news that happened recently with like, remember, I don't know if you guys saw, but recently there was like data links with BILT cards, but it was more specifically tied to the BILT cards issued by Evolve Bank. So I think it's like a greater issue with that bank, and they're just trying to, I think they've been trying to end it for a while, but I think this is the most concrete thing I've seen. We're like, oh, we're now shutting the cards down. So that's all this was about. Omar OC. Mr. Venture, I appreciate your content. Well, I appreciate you being here. Question about the MasterCard World Elite versus Visa Infinite. What do you think? And preference if you have any experience. Thanks, man. Yeah, so I tested so I tested obviously extensively MasterCard World Elite. Never did Visa Infinite personally, but our good friend Woodsy did try it, and I took experience from his experience, which was he asked very similar things. He was like, "I'm going to a place. I have maybe I have these food preferences or these food allergies and whatnot," and they were able to curate a good list. As far as I could see, based on everything that they actually sent to him and just the way he described the reps on the phone, it seemed like Visa Infinite was very, very close, probably on par with MasterCard World Elite, but just my feeling after seeing all the recommendations they made, maybe just how he mentioned like how the people were on the phone, I think it's a little less. I think MasterCard World Elite's the top, then it's like close second Visa Infinite, then Visa Signature, and then I don't think we tried any other ones. And then Amex, Amex would be the bottom of the totem pole, unfortunately, at this time. So, I mean, Visa Infinite's great. So, try it out if you got Visa Infinite cards. But I still think MasterCard will, I think it wins still. I think it does. It's Lazy says, aren't Dragon Pass and Priority Pass owned by the same company? I don't know. Is that a thing? I'm not sure. And MR devolve back for real. How many issues could we have with Evolve Bank over really just the last couple of months? We had We had the BILT data leaks with Evolve Bank. We have the Yada and Synapse, Yada Bank, Synapse, and Evolve Bank issues, um, and then now we're seeing stuff like this. And Lazy says, I don't own one, but I believe you can get Dragon Pass by just going to the website and costs kind of the same as Priority Pass. At least in the EU, I can imagine in the US it's the same. No personal experience. I have Priority Pass from Amex Plat. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, everything I saw, just if you have Priority Pass on one of your cards, it's going to be infinitely better than Dragon Pass, just via like payments and all that. For sure. So that was basically the skinny on what was happening. Didn't expect to run on too long, but just a quick update for anybody who might be seeing this and is worried. Let me just make sure we're good. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, so we'll be good. So yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's the news, and that's that's all she wrote. I guess I thought it was fairly interesting, and I guess we'll see what happens from then. But hey, 10,000 points for the people affected is not bad. I'm like I said, I'm assuming you'll have to take another hard pull to get approved for it. It depends how powerful you view BILT in your opinion over having it a couple years if you're affected by this. But I don't know. Not sure if I would. Not sure if I would. Depends. It depends. Sometimes actually Dragon Pass was pretty useful for me in airport, like in Phoenix, which had no Priority Pass lounges, but Dragon Pass was really good access. Not bad. Yeah, from what I saw, it seemed like it was a little more prominent after talking to the guy online overseas. He was showing me some in like London and a few different places. And he was mentioning, I remember he was like, where do you like to travel? And I was like, well, what do you think about Atlanta, or what do you think about Vegas, or wherever? Every single place in the US that I listed, there was no Dragon Passes. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, whatever, all right, cool. But good to know that they do have some in certain areas. What's going on, Jacob? What's popping, man? And they also have some pretty good discounts at airport restaurants. Oh, really? Good to know. Good to know. Not bad. All right. Well, I I didn't expect to be on here too long, unless we have other things that we should talk about today. I basically just wanted to get this out as quick as possible because making a video takes a little bit long. And I was going to record a video about Hilton and stuff. I was going to talk about like the new welcome offers and places you can use free night certificates and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go record that while I can. And MR says, always keep your Amex shirt ready and fresh out the dryer. Yeah, man. You never know when you're gonna have to throw it on and get and get on camera. That's right. That's right. That's funny. Yeah, man. I won't ever take it off. Xavier Hilton for the stay, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And Aaron salute. So yeah, I guess I hate to be so quick, but I guess thank you all for being here for this quick live stream, quick update, and I guess have fun today. We still got the whole day ahead of us. It's not the end of the day yet. So yeah, just thanks everyone for being here for a quick little thing, and we'll be back. Obviously, we'll be back on Saturday, I guess. So thank you all, and of course Xavier for that super chat right at the beginning there. So thank you for that, sir, and thanks for being here. All right, everybody, have fun, take care, and enjoy your BILT card. If there's no issues with it. So take care, everybody. Appreciate you all.